Hi, I'm Michelle Harris.
And I'm Gary Harris.
And we are Team Harris for Real Estate with 525 Realty Group. So today, Gary, what are we going to talk about?
We're talking about the seller's market.
The seller's market.
Yes.
That is what is going on now in Oklahoma. It's a seller's market.
Yes, it is.
So what does that mean? What is the seller's market?
The seller's market means that there are fewer houses than there are buyers. There's potentially 3, 4, 8 or more buyers for one house in Oklahoma at this time.
So I think kind of like in the 100 to 250-ish price range is where they are not staying on the market very long. Usually it's 0 days, what we call 0 days on the market. So basically that's less than 24 hours on the market, and they're already going into multiple offers.
Correct. Yes, yeah. We've had several that we've actually put offers in on, and we were too late. By the time Michelle do the paperwork, they're under contract. So our buyers started. They see a property, we're writing a contract, and then I'm going and videoing it the next day or that afternoon.
Yeah, on this particular one that he's talking about, because they are out of state. One that he did, he was doing a showing, called me, said we're putting an offer in. I start writing it up, so I start doing my part, and by the time he got home and we called the buyers to go over their estimate and that type of information, it was already pending.
No, hour later.
Yeah, it was that fast. So so that's kind of meaning that buyers that were kind of holding off during the coronavirus and everything, they were holding back. They weren't being out there. Well, now buyers they need to buy. Some of them are being transferred here from out of state, like one of our clients that we're dealing with now, and they need to buy a house. So there's a high demand, and usually when there's a high demand, price follows demand. So buyers are willing to pay more for a house.
Yeah.
And then there was another one, Gary, that the buyer, the one that got the offer, they paid way more.
Yeah, they actually offered more than the list price, which our buyer did also. But the person that won the bid was the person, our competitor, that said that they could pay the difference in the with the appraised value. If it came in low, they would pay the difference to get the house.
Yeah, so the appraisal comes in low, and they got the funds to pay between the appraisal and what they offered. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it is. That is crazy. So what does that mean to a buyer? What does that mean?
Well, for the buyer, that means right now you can't be lowballing. It means that you put your best foot forward. You give your best, strongest offer, whether it's full price with all closing costs or no closing costs. You have to be willing to put your best foot forward to where that if you want this house and you don't get it, to where that you know you gave it your best shot.
Right. So in our industry, what we refer to as highest and best, like exactly what Gary was saying. So you do your highest offer that you feel comfortable with, because realizing that if you get it, that's what you're paying. So your highest and best offer. We like to ask for closing costs. Sure, buyers like to have their closing costs paid for. They like to have them covered, don't we all? But in a seller's market, that is really, really tough to do. Can you find a house that a seller is willing to pay your closing cost? Probably.
Maybe a while.
It may be a while, exactly. You need to be very patient. It may take longer than you may have time for. So you need to, buyers need to be aware of that. They just need to be so aware that it is a seller's market. So if you can pay any of your closing costs,
Yeah. And
any amount,
and definitely listen to your lender on lending questions, but listen to your realtor when we're telling you it's a seller's market. Put your best foot forward, because lenders will tell you ask for closing costs. We do, but you will not get your house.
Not
it's
right
gonna
now.
Be a while.
Not right now. So kind of like exactly what Gary was saying. Listen to your agent. Hopefully that's going to be us, but listen to your real estate agent. They are the professionals. They know the market. And I don't mean to be blunt or to be rude, but unless you have your real estate license, you don't know. You do not know the market like the professional does. Yeah. Listen to them.
You can look on those sites that are computer generated. And they're good. They're good guidance. That's a good guidance for you. But that's all it is. It's just a guidance.
Yeah. And so listen to your agent. Let them guide you, direct you, listen to their advice when they tell you this is what the market is doing. They are the experts. So take their advice, because it is very heartbreaking. It is very heartbreaking. Yeah. To see, and we've experienced this, where we've had a client doing offer after offer after offer after offer and losing out.
Losing.
They're under contract now, but it was number 5.
Number 5.
that they finally got it. So anyway, if you have questions about real estate, if you got questions about the seller's market, just reach out to us, Team Harris for Real Estate. You can find us, you can check out our website, teamharrisforrealestate.com. If you see a property that you like and that you want to do a showing, request a showing, you can just do that on that page. You just scroll down to the bottom and hit request showing.
Yep. And get pre-qualified.
Yes. Get pre-qualified.
Yeah.
That is always best to do first.
So, until next time.
Well, you can find us on what social media?
Twitter.
Instagram.
Facebook.
LinkedIn.
Okay. That's good.
So, until next time, we are Team Harris for Real Estate with 525 Realty Group.
We are out.
We are out.